So in today's session, we are going to discuss about scanner class. So what is scanner class? So until now, just you are gonna giving things, nothing but you are giving values to a int I, int A, int B. You are giving values there itself. Nothing but you are taking down the hard-coded values in the Visual Studio Code or whatever the program that you are taking down. Yes, of course, you are allocating the value to that particular variable, right? But here you are giving input from the console. So nothing but you are getting output on the console, right? Printing statement hi, hello world, or printing the numbers in the console. But now with the help of this scanner class, you are giving input from your console. Nothing but you will ask enter the number. So if you enter 5, then I suppose it need to be allocated to the value whatever you want. So my logic is, so here I want, my requirement is in the console it must ask you enter a number. Then as of course if you enter 10, it must have to return that your number is 10. So I want output like that, or else you can take enter your name. So if I enter Karthik, so it must, hey Karthik, how are you? So I want output like that. So whatever the values that I am giving, that I am allocating here with the help of the scanner class. So I was allocated Karthik. So if I allocate any Sandeep, if I allocate any Sai Kumar, if I allocate any Hemant or something like that, the values here must be changed according to the whatever the value I was giving to the console. So it is completely a dynamic value. So here in the technical terms we use a dynamic word to say that it was not an hard coded. It can be editable. As of course you can change based on the requirement that you want. So here I was given my name. It was a dynamic value. Yes, of course I can rerun the program and I can change my name, whatever the input that I am giving. Yes, of course without modifying anything from the code. Yes, of course I can change the value which I was assigned to string s. Yes, of course I will show you how it was possible using the scanner class. So scanner class is used to collect the information from the console, from the console and to get the user input from the console. It will read this one. So nothing but yes, of course we have a Xerox machines. So with the help of the Xerox machine, if you go to the Xerox shop and give your Aadhaar card there, yes, of course it will scan, it will read each and every details there. It might be QR code, it might be Aadhaar card number, your photo, and whatever the description and all the things that Aadhaar card holds. Yes, of course it will read, it will scan that all thing, and in the output it will give the Aadhaar card Xerox. And whatever the things that you are having in the original Aadhaar card, yes, of course you will get the same things in the duplicate, nothing but in the Xerox. Yes, n number of times you can use that Xerox machine. So after once the Aadhaar card was done, yes, of course you can give you the PAN card, and it will give you the output of the PAN card, not the Aadhaar card. So likewise, you can, if you are keep on changing the values. So here the values are nothing but Aadhaar card, PAN card, passbook, or passport. So whatever the 10th mark list, or whatever the input that you are giving to that Xerox machine, yes, of course it will give you the output of that same thing. So likewise, here we are using in Java point of view, we use this scanner class to get the collect the information from the console. This was a predefined class, collect information from the console, and the syntax for this one, scanner se is equal to new scanner system dot, and this is the syntax. So this is the variable name, nothing but I was naming for the scanner as sc. Yes, of course for your understanding you can take down scanner or you can take Xerox, so it is up to you. Scanner Xerox is equal to new scanner system.in. Only this you can change, not this one, or not the new keyword or scanner or system.in. And yes, of course you need to buy heart this thing. So now Xerox is my Xerox machine. This is the name of that Xerox machine. And it requires one import statement. This scanner requires one import statement. So what is meant by import statement? Nothing but, so whenever you are using the inbuilt classes, whenever you are using the inbuilt classes, or whenever you are using inbuilt interfaces, one second. Is my voice is audible to each and everyone in the call?
Yes, bro.
Okay. So it requires an import statement. So when coming to these import statements, yes, of course, each and everybody must have to know that whenever you are using predefined classes are nothing but you are utilizing the predefined one which Java was built in them, So this scanner is a predefined class. This scanner is a predefined class and it will work to scan this thing. So nothing but without doing n number of functionalities, simply clicking on copy on the Xerox machine, yes, of course, it was doing its work. So likewise, whenever you are using the predefined classes, it requires the import statements. In these import statements, you are giving the path. That path, so this path holds this class in that. And it will say scanner dot java dot util. So no need to buy out these import statements in the Visual Studio Code. Yes, of course, you will automatically get that import statements, and I will show you how. And then after that, yes, of course, we need to take down the things, right? So I'm taking down the program over here. So I simply copy paste this program in the Visual Studio Code. Public class scan is my name. So I have opened my class. So inside the class, so I'm taking down the main method public static void main. So here, so I just taking the same thing here. Scanner Xerox is equal to new scanner Xerox. I simply keep SC here. So done. So here, I will take in the sysout statement. Sorry, I will type the entire thing. System.out.println. So here, I will ask enter your name. Done. So once my name has entered, so now I need to save that name. It was a string name is equal to sc dot next line. So this is the method to save the string values, and there is another method to save the integer values. It is next int. So I will take down the things easier for you. I'm taking down. So to save the string values, you must have to give scanner variable name dot next int. Sorry, for the string it was next line. Scanner variable name dot next line. So here my scanner variable name is sc. So that's the reason I have taken this one. Okay, and if you want to store the integer value, scanner variable name dot next int. So these are the two methods we are using to store the string values and also the integer values. So here I was allocated a name saying that string name is equal to xc dot next line. So this line runs. So whenever you are given your name in the console, name Karthik, so that Karthik will be read by sc dot next line and will come and save in name. So now in this sysout statement, I will say that hello name, how are you? how are you. So this, when I want to execute this program, then my output will be in the console. It will ask your name, enter your name. So once I have entered my name, then it will print hello, so whatever the value that you have given, and then it will print how are you. If you want to print it in another sysort statement, yes, of course you can go ahead, but I included in the same what is that line. So now I will open the Visual Studio Code and I try to copy paste the same things there itself. So I just want to copy this main method, copy, just copied the things from the notepad, and I was giving the things in the main method. See, done, done. See the import statement java dot util dot scanner. So if it was not there, it will throw an error. So then what to do? So please click on the scanner. So there will be one bulb icon in your Visual Studio Code. So please click on that. See the first one, import scanner. If you click on that, automatically the import statement will be rendered on your program. On the first line, import java.util.scanner. And please make sure that your import statement must be above the class name. Your import statement, so whatever the classes that you are importing, that must be above the class name, not inside the class name. There must be at the top. And top of the import statements, there will be packages, package com and all. Okay. So now I would like to try to run this program. Control S and then running the program. So now I will give my name there. One second. So see here, I got the name saying that enter your name. So I will enter Naveen. So see, hello Naveen, how are you? I will highlight this one. See, enter your name. I entered Naveen. So then my output is hello Naveen, how are you? So this is the process of scanning the things from the terminal, nothing but you are getting the import from the console. So this is the console and you are giving the input here and you are not allocating any what is that value over here saying that string s is equal to hello or int I is equal to 10 or more. So likewise, yes, of course you can take a number of things. So I will take so after that I will take the sysout statement, enter your id, employee id. So after entering the id, so I just want to save that one. Int um, id is equal to sc dot next int. So now here, mm, instead of how are you, I would like to take down your employee id is id. Done. Now I will save my program. So what my expected output is, so yes of course, first it will ask about your name. Done. And then it will ask about your id. Done. And then it will print hello Navin, your employee id was some 81 or 85 like that. So control s and save the program. Your employee id 81. Hello Karthik, your employee id was 81. Enter your name, enter your id. So at last in the sysouts statement I was given hello plus name plus your employee id is 81. 81. So this is how this scanner class is useful to read the output from the console. And it was a predefined class, and now, so I think you want the same code what I have taken down here. So I just want to give the same code over here for your understanding. So yes, of course you need to change your package. Why? Because whatever the package that you are gonna work, yes of course please try to change that one. So whatever the name that you want to give to the class, please change this one if you want to use that. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about conditional statements. So what is condition statements? So you all are aware of what are the conditional operators will do. So now let us discuss about the condition statement, or else it is called as decision making statements. So both are same. Decision making statements. What are the decision making statements in Java? So in Java thing, the decision making statements are nothing but it allows you to make a decision based on the results. So whatever the results that you want, so basically yes of course it will return true or false boolean expression. So but so if you want to go down with taken, so in the earlier classes you have taken I equal to j or not, or else I greater than or equal to j or not, or I is not equal to j or not. Yes of course you are checking the relation and the condition between the two things, but it will return the true or false, right? So now with the help of these decision making statements, yes of course you can check the condition, and yes of course you can get the output whatever you want based on the requirement. It allows you to make a decision, and based upon the result that you are expecting, based upon the result on what? Result on the condition that you have taken down. Yes of course you can generate n number of conditions based on your logical thinking. I am not bothered about your logical thinking. So first of all you need to understand the syntax. So when coming to the Java point of view, when you are going to the decision making statements, there are three types of decision making statements that we use regularly. It was if, and we have if else, and we have switch. We call it as switch case. Yes of course you can remember it as switch, or else yes of course if it is easier for you to take down as a switch case, yes of course you can take down. So let me take down the syntax for each and everything first. So let us go with the if first. If is nothing but, so it will check for the condition. If the condition was satisfied, then only print the statement what I am taking down. For that one, so your syntax will be if and the condition So this will be the syntax, and you can write whatever the things that you want, sysout statement or whatever the things, whatever the operators that you want to use. Yes, of course you can use within this method, and you need to take down the condition over here. For example, if you have int I is equal to 10, okay, so then if you have int j is equal to 20, okay, so here I will take down, so I'm taking down, so here if, so my condition is I is less than j, I is less than j, yes or true or false. Yes, of course it was true. So if it was true, it will enter into this block. If it was satisfied, the condition is satisfied, then it will enter into this block, and in this block you can take down sysout statement saying that it is true. It is true. So what happens if it is false? So I greater than j, yes, of course this condition was false, then this block of statement won't execute. It will won't render on the page, or it will won't render on your terminal, or it will won't render on your command prompt. So whatever the things that you are using, it won't render. So to get rid of it, so we have taken down the if else. There is no difference between if and if else. The only difference is in the if the condition is satisfied or if the condition is true only, the block of code will be executed. In if else thing, if the condition is not satisfied, then else block will be executed. Else, if I am doing this one, if it is done, yes of course it was done. Or else let us move on to the next ticket, the real-time example. So I can take that. If you have a number of tickets, so you are on the ticket number 10, if your condition and the things are working on the 10, yes of course you will continue with solving the ticket. If it is not working or if it was false, then you will move on to the next. Or else if I am not working on this, else let us continue with the next ticket. Let us make it on pause. So likewise, the if else condition will think and give the output saying that if the condition was satisfied, the if block will be executed. If the condition was not satisfied, then else block will be executed. And for that one, my syntax will be if else, for if else syntax if condition. So here in the condition place, so you can take whatever the condition you like, okay. So here you can take I am true, keep it in the sysout statement, and else you can take down. So there will be no condition for else. So why there will be no condition for else? No condition for else is nothing but already the condition is taken in the if. So here you don't need any, what is that, any condition. So automatically if this condition was true, this block will execute, and this block will won't execute if it was true. If it was false, if the condition was false, then this block will won't execute. It will check for the else block. So here you can take down I am false. I am false. Okay. Yes, of course we have nested if, and we have nested if else all. So nothing but when coming to the nested if, using if inside if. Using if inside if. For suppose if I am taking down two conditions. So what are the two conditions? Yes, of course you can take in I not equal to j, and or let us take or I will take greater than j. So these are my conditions. So when coming to the nested if, so if you are using if inside if, so here I am taking down the sysout statement, and I am taking down, I am going inside the if block. Inside the if block, I am taking again if I not equal to j, then enter this one. In the sysout statement, I will say I am completely satisfied. I am completely satisfied. So here what happened? So here I used a nested if. Nested if is nothing but, so inside this if block, so this is the bracket open for if, and this is the bracket closed for if, right? Inside this block I have taken down another if. See here, if. So then we will call it as a nested if. Yes, of course you can use n number of if statements inside if. So therefore it will called as a nested if. Is called as a nested if. Understood? So yes, of course you can build n number of conditions using if and if else. Yes, of course if you want even numbers to be printed, or if you want to check an even number, yes, of course you can check. And it is completely up to you and your logic. And also if else, or else if. Else if is also nothing but, so the syntax of the else if will be if condition, so yes, of course you will take down the statement. So whatever the statements that you want, yes, of course you will take down here. Statements done. So here else if, again you take down the condition and you will take down the statements. So and thus of course you can take down the condition over here. It is nothing but else if. So if you are keep on practicing on if else, you will completely understand the nested if and also else if. Okay, so please try to concentrate on these two things, if and if else. Okay, so now the third thing we have switch cases. Switch case, so we will call it as a switch case. So basically I will call it as a switch. So basically the switch case is not condition based, it was a value based. So whatever the value that you are giving, so nothing but you had to choose the right answers, right? So basically nowadays in examinations, so they will give you question and they will give you options A, B, C, D, and as of course it will read for the correct answer and it will give you the output, the OMR sheet. So when you are trying to do the bubbling in the OMR, you will try to do the bubbling, right? So you will just ask what is it, with using your pen or pencil, you just bubbling your answer, whether it is 1 2 3 4 or A B C D or like that, and it will scan for that thing and it will give you the marks at the end of the day. So here in the switch cases, the syntax for the switch cases is switch, and yes, of course you need to pass the variable name here, and we will call it as a key. And here we will give the case things, case and its value, and then yes, of course you can use whatever the statement that you want, and then you can break case, value, statement, whatever that you want, and then break. Likewise you can give n number of case values and we will check for the value of the key. Nothing but if your value of int I is equal to 10, so this is the program and this is the logic I was taking down. Int I is equal to 10, I will take down the switch and I will pass I, and I open the curly brackets. So inside the curly brackets, so I was taking down case 20, this is out statement. I will take down I am option 1. Okay, and I am breaking this one, break. Next case 10. 1 second, let me copy paste these things. Copy, 30, 40, 50, I am option 2. Break. So option 30 and this is the value 3, option 4 and option 5. So now what will be my output? So here the value of int I is equal to 10 and it will check for the values. Case value, it was 20, yes, of course it was not satisfying, and it will break and it will go to the next case. It was 10, the value was matching, so here the y value was 10 and here the case value is also 10, then it will give the option this one, I am option 2. So yes, of course, you can give whatever the statement that you want. So based on your logic, I has given a simple thing for you all. You can give whatever the thing that you want. Yeah, you can give yes, of course, your option was right, or else you can print whatever the things that you want. Or also you can give the weekdays over here. You can also print give a string a day is equal to Wednesday, or a day is equal to Tuesday, Thursday, like that. And as of course in the case values, yes, of course you can give that thing, and it will give you the output. And you have given 5 options. So basically I will give another default option saying that default sysout statements none of the above. So in the choose the correct answers, so while you are taking down the options thing, so you will find in the option A 10, option B 20, option C 30. In some questions they will say in the option D all of the above or none of the above. So you will find that option, right? Sometimes, not in every question. So in some questions you can find none of the above, or all of the above, or both A and B, or both C and D, like that. C and D, like that. At that time, so yes, of course, in this Java point of view and in the switch cases, you are taking down default option saying that sysout statement none of the above. So yes, of course, it will read for each and every value. If it is not found the value, then it will return the default value whatever you are taking down. So you know the answer. Your answer is 50. So in the question, I was given a question saying that add 50 plus 30. You know that answer is 80. But in the option A, I was given 20. In the option B, I have given 30. And in the option C, I have given 50. And in the option D, I have given none of the above. Then what option you will select? None of the above. Why? Because you know the answer. You know the value of the question. But the option I was not given here in the case 10, or in the case 20, 40, or 50, like that. Then it will automatically print the default thing. So whatever the things that you have taken down in the default, yes, of course it will take. And the syntax will be like this: break, default, break. And this is the switch cases. And this is the switch cases. Okay, and this is the syntax for the switch cases. Here variable name and the key. Yes, of course, you need to maintain the variable name and the key. And whatever the variable name and the key that you are giving over here, it must be the value that you have taken down here. I, or yes, or B, A. So yes, of course, whatever the things that you have taken down, yes, of course, we can give that there. And also you can modify this thing using the scanner class also. Scanner class also. Yes, of course, instead of hard coding the value of int I is equal to 10, int I is equal to 10, yes, of course, you can ask in the terminal saying that please enter a number. Then yes, of course, you can enter 10 there, and that 10 you can save in int I by using sc.nextInt. And then it will search for the cases. And this is all about today.